Hey, Gabriel here with the Icon Capture GPS Intelligence Brief for July 15, 2026. All right, government affairs directors and influence practitioners, we need to talk, because this is one of those boards where if you only look at the opportunity count, you are going to misread the market. Here's what I want to do with you today. I want to walk through the new opportunity flow, the legislative and executive movement, the regulatory and court signals, and then, bottom line, what this means if you're actually managing a portfolio right now and trying to decide where to lean in, where to stay patient, and where you may be kidding yourself. Before we start, this is the last brief before this terrain window narrows. The GPS Portfolio Realignment Review cohort closes after this brief. 5,306 fresh solicitations. Pursuit Portfolio Realignment. That signal is what opened this session, and it will not repeat the same way tomorrow. Code GPS 6199 at the-icon.ai capture. Now, let's read the board. So let's get right to the facts. Over the last 168 hours, GPS surfaced 5,306 new opportunities posted on SAM.gov. 2,321 legislative signals, 0 federal hiring signals across 0 agencies. And all of that is happening while market BCL is 0%, with 0 agencies stalled under the continuing resolution. In the past 168 hours, we've seen an opportunity flow of 5,306 listings. This raw volume might seem promising at first blush, but a closer look through the capture terminal reveals a different story. Despite the impressive number, the balance of contract life, BCL percentage, remains at 0, indicating a lack of long-term contractual commitments. For government affairs directors and influence practitioners, this suggests a market that is generating quantity without necessarily providing quality or stability. Take the top opportunities: the Medium Landing Ship, LSM, Vessel Construction Manager, and FEMA's Loghouse 2. Neither comes with a disclosed amount, which raises questions about transparency and potential protest risk. Without clear financials, stakeholders are left navigating a landscape where compliance friction is more a matter of guesswork than informed strategy. The capture ticker highlights these signals, emphasizing how the board reflects accessibility challenges in the face of abundant raw volume. Moreover, the absence of any legislative or executive movement within the same window further complicates the picture. It suggests a regulatory environment that isn't actively evolving in response to these opportunities, potentially stalling proactive engagement. Managers who read this tape know that when the board is quiet on legislative fronts, the noise in opportunity listings can be misleading at best. Secondary signals in this window reveal a landscape dotted with terrain holes and a complete absence of lobbying clusters. For influence practitioners, this indicates a market mispricing where strategic engagement could yield unexpected advantages. The lack of hiring spread and court opinions means that the usual pressures of regulatory compliance and manpower concerns are currently muted. This creates a rare moment where strategic positioning might go uncontested. The terrain holes, coupled with 0 hiring agency activity, suggest limited institutional attention on specific sectors or regions. This could be an opportune moment for those looking to stake a claim in less saturated areas. Without lobbying clusters to contend with, the field is more open for new players to establish a foothold and influence policy development from the ground up. Court opinions are also absent, which typically signals a lull in compliance-related disruptions. For government affairs directors, this translates to a smoother path for advancing initiatives without the usual legal entanglements. The current arc theme of regulatory and court signal becomes a backdrop rather than a barrier, encouraging managers to explore lane changes that might otherwise be fraught with risk. In this environment, smart portfolio moves are those that capitalize on quiet zones before they draw broader attention. By reading the subtle cues in the policy tape, influence practitioners can effectively navigate market mispricing, positioning themselves for future shifts when activity inevitably picks up again. The current market is characterized by regulatory and judicial signals that require careful navigation of compliance friction, protest risk, and sudden lane changes. As government affairs and influence professionals, you should be asking, how can we anticipate and adapt to regulatory shifts to maintain our strategic advantage? What mechanisms are in place to mitigate protest risks that could disrupt our operations? Are our stakeholder positioning strategies robust enough to withstand sudden changes in policy direction? Our conviction is clear. In this dynamic environment, the key to maintaining policy velocity is to continuously refine stakeholder positioning, ensuring alignment with both current regulations and emerging judicial trends. Last thing before I sign off, and I want to be direct. The GPS Portfolio Realignment Review cohort closes after this brief. When this window closes, the terrain that justified it moves on. Tomorrow's signal will be different. The next session will read a different board. If the brief we just walked through gave you a reason to act, now is the time. Code GPS 619. communities.theicon.ai/capture the-govcon-elite. 70.3 million records, 4 verticals ready. Provenance traced from bill to award. Like and subscribe if you're managing a federal grant, research, GovCon, or commercial portfolio. I drop a new GPS brief every weekday. All links, terminal preview, Shipley sessions, live cohort calendar, and the full brief are at communities.theicon.ai/capture/the-govcon-elite. Register free, and it's all there. This is Gabriel. I'll see you tomorrow. Just a quick note, you'll be disconnected in 5 seconds due to inactivity. Please say something if you'd like to continue our conversation.